Hi, and welcome back to Boss Wife. I am your host, Ebony. Here is where you will get your motivation for the week. Here is where you will get the tools and tips to learn how to play, laugh, and live hard, unapologetically. Here is where you will learn how to erase the lines of the box because you realize you cannot be contained. Here is where you will learn how to show up for yourself. Here is where the most powerful transition will begin in your life. Welcome to Boss Wife. Hey guys, welcome back this week. I am excited that we are getting to talk again. I hope everyone had a great weekend because I definitely did. I got to, I didn't really rest, but I got to enjoy my kids as usual. I took them to the jump park. I got to get my goddaughter this weekend. And also I had my little niece with us this weekend. So I did not get any rest again, but I enjoyed my life, and it's what life is all about because I will never get those memories back. I will never get that day back. So I'm glad I did something with my life. So this week is very interesting because we're going to be talking, I'm definitely talking to the entrepreneurs on today, and I want to give you guys my backstory of how I got started with my business. I want to give you guys, first of all, my initial thoughts of being an entrepreneur was actually no. I did not want to be an entrepreneur because I saw my mother start from the ground up. I saw my mother grinding. I saw my mother just pushing for daylight, pushing for that nightfall, pushing for every moment because there was always something to do, never really time to rest. My mother always had something going on anyway. I just did not want that life for me. I was content with being a 9-to-5 person, being a clocking in, clocking out person. I was content. I was content with not using my strengths and not using my aspirations and my goals. I was content with just settling because I thought that was life. I thought that was living. I thought punching somebody else's clock, making their dreams come true was okay with me. At the end of the day, it was not. I hit 30, 31. You guys know that my modeling agency was always something that was near and dear to my heart. To me, that is a passion. I don't look at it as a job. Technically it is because I have, the business side of it. But when I'm in that studio, it's fun for me. It's exuberating. Like it's life. It's everything that I've wanted to be, everything that I love to do. So it is very, very much an enjoyment. But the business part of my studio, goodness, I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I do love it, but it is hard work. I am definitely not a social media person. If you guys follow me, I don't like to post a lot. I try to like everything. I try to comment on stuff. I try to be present. I just don't like to be on it all the time. It gets very overwhelming, mostly because doing any business in 2021, you definitely are going to be on a computer. You're definitely going to be on the network, any network, everybody's network, some kind of network, some kind of app. You're going to be doing something technology-wise. So it's not the fact that I don't like social media. It just becomes overwhelming because being a business owner, you have to make sure that you are present on all social networks. And you guys, I'm just not into computers like that. I'm that girl that does that face-to-face. I like the customer service part of the business. I don't like the technology part of it. It's not a challenge for me. I just don't like it. I'm very tech savvy. I just prefer not to do it. And I think that holds a lot of people back in 2021. And we'll get to that. But I'm just saying, social media gets to be overwhelming because the other day I realized that I'm trying to be present on all of my social accounts, but one thing that I forgot that I should have been doing was being present on all of the groups that I'm also in, and I have not been doing that, and I haven't did that in a very long time, and I was like, crap, that's part of marketing, and I'm just beating myself up because there was a social network that I should have been posting on and being present on that I haven't been, and it's just very very important to my businesses. And, I was just kind of hard on myself about that one particular site. But anyway, it is what it is. Tomato, tomato, as I say. So yes, so in 2021, starting a company is hard because of one word, COVID, right? Okay, 2021 is also hard because not just because of COVID, but because of what the pandemic has done to the economy. And I did not take that on as a challenge because I have a very strong faith. You guys know that. Like, I believe in God. I believe in His word. He told me to launch out, just like He told the fishermen, and I threw my net out and I've caught fish. So that has not been my struggle. The pandemic, on the other hand, financial wise, I believe has been, because my studio is a for-profit business. So opening up a for-profit business in 2021, the struggle came with that because of people being laid off of their jobs, people not having adequate funds just for their everyday life, not adding on something extra, because it's an extra curriculum. So not everybody was affected financially by the pandemic, but a lot of people were, and my targeted audience definitely was. My targeted audience is definitely the inner city people, because I feel like the kids who are confined to a certain area of the city don't always get every single opportunity, right? And my personal opinion, they have unspoken, unseen, unrevealed talents that half of the world would never be exposed to because they don't have those tools that they need to get to where they want to be, right? So that is my audience, you guys. That is my target. My goal is to make sure that every child, every parent, every adult, every teenager, every adolescent, whoever wants to be a part of my studio, is my goal and my challenge for 2022, to make sure that my door is open for every single person that wants to be a part of it, because I feel like I am sitting on a gold mine, and I feel like that my business is definitely going to be one of the top things that Chattanooga has to offer because of what we offer in my studio. It's, we don't really offer it anywhere else in the city. We offer it in bits and pieces in different parts of the city, but not as a whole. So that is my take on my business. So in me getting started with my company, there were some people that I went out to. I sought out free help, first of all. That is very important. And it's funny because a friend of mine sought out help as well when she was opening her business, and I think she went at it as in a personal aspect instead of as a business aspect, which is great, because let me tell you something. I go to my mom and ask her questions all the time about my business because she's been doing this for 20 plus years. I go to friends who own their businesses and ask them questions because they've been doing this for 10 or 15 plus years. So there's nothing wrong in getting personal advice, but when you are a new business owner, you are a new entrepreneur, you are starting out fresh from the gate, my advice to you is to go to these public free companies that are here to help people just like you. They have gone and got degrees. They have gone and gotten all this information, all this business information that you need just for your particular company that your friends may not be able to offer you, or your family may not be able to offer you. So take advantage of these free companies, guys. So I went to, if you're here in the city with me, I went to CoLab. I checked out the Urban League. I checked out Tennessee's Small Business Development Center. There was one more that I wanted to mention, but I'm sure it'll come to me in just a minute. But I took advantage of, and I still am taking advantage of, these free places because even in the Edney building is where I have my that's where I hold my studio every Monday, and we're opening up some more days this year. Towards the end of the year, we're opening up Thursdays and Saturdays if you're listening as well. But I use all of this free these free things that are out here that are offered to us, because that overhead, like when you're starting out, you want to make sure that you're not getting yourself deeper into a hole. Like I have fashion shows, I have actual employees, so I already have an overhead, and just the extra cost of things. Like I try to cut costs where I can. So anyway, let me get back on point. So I took advantage of, and still am taking advantage of, all of these companies and everything that they have to offer, because they already know from 1 to 100 every detail that you need. They know every aspect of your company, even my aspect of my company. Like I opened up a modeling studio. The guy that was, I'm just going to call him my mentor. I can't remember, you get like a certain person assigned to you when you go to these different places. And it's because certain people have certain niches or talents or expertise in certain areas. So for me, I got this guy, and he was like, well, Ebony, I don't know a lot about the modeling world or the acting world. He was like, but let me do some research, and I'm gonna get back with you, and I'm gonna send you this packet, and it's gonna tell you every single thing that you need to know. When I got this packet, it's probably over 500 pages, right? It took him about 6 months. I personally got aggravated. I'm very, very, very not short-tempered, but I don't have a lot of patience. So I was just like very impatient. And I was like, oh my God, what is taking this guy so long to give me this packet? Because this guy told me, okay, the packet is going to contain how many modeling agencies are in our city, how many modeling agencies are in our radius, how many modeling agencies are profiting, what they're profiting, how long they've been in business, what their sales were last year versus this year, what their sales were 10 years ago versus this year. Like, it was going to give me a breakdown of every single thing that I needed to know about a modeling agency. Even though I'm not an agency, it was still going to give me my competition. It was still going to, break down a modeling studio or modeling agency's business plan, the way mine needs to look. It was going to break down the graph and just the financial part of actually getting the building, to designing the building, to everything that I needed to be inside of my building. Like every single thing, right? That's what this packet contained. So when I got this packet, I was like mind blown. Like I was like, wow, like I was impatient about something that took this much time to put together. And I really did. I felt bad because, you can't rush, not perfection, but you can't rush anything that's worth having. This information that he got me, totally worth having. And I'm saying all that to say, don't short sell yourself when you are opening your business. Use every resource that is out there for you. Tennessee, period. Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. I keep hitting my mic. Tennessee, period, has so much to offer new business owners that is ridiculous. Like they're pretty much handing you everything on a silver platter. Now, let me tell you, my guy that was assigned to me, he flat out told me, he was like, I'm not going to hold your hand. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I'm going to tell you what it is because I want you to have a successful business. And I was very grateful for that, right? Very grateful for that. So when we started working together, he did kind of turn me off, not because he didn't know what he was talking about. He absolutely knew exactly what he was talking about. He absolutely knew exactly what to say, how to get me to where I needed to be. What he did not have that I needed personally was a spiritual aspect of it as well. And if you are a believer, yes, we do have to look at the fine print. We do have to read that small writing. Yes, we do have to follow the rules of the land. We have to go with whatever is set out there. We also have to step out in faith. We also have to believe that God is going to work out the things that we cannot see. So I gave this guy my grand opening date, right? So it wasn't a grand opening date that I gave him. I gave him my coming out party. And he was like, you're what? I was like, yeah, I'm doing a coming out for my business. It's like a grand opening, a soft opening, not a grand opening, a soft opening, just to let everybody know that I'm here. I'm in Chattanooga. We're open. Our doors are opening in January. This was in November. And he was like, my opening was in November. I started talking to this guy maybe in June. Okay. And so he was like, yeah, no, that's not going to work. And he was like, it takes, at least a year to do a grand opening. He was like, you're going to have this in place and this in place and this in place. And I'm thinking, dude, like it took everything in me to even set a date to announce my company. I am definitely not going to take it back. First of all. Second of all, no, what God has for me is for me. So I did not retract my date, because it took everything in me to even set a date, to even bring my company out. period. Like for me, I think that we need to set aside things and times for us, because if we don't, it'll never happen. So for him to tell me to retract that day, I just couldn't do it, because it took everything in me to put it out there for me, period. It wasn't for the city, it was for me, because I needed to hold on to something to make myself accountable, to make sure that what I had in me came out. So, I was like, no, I'm not doing that, whatever, so we saw ourselves going. I opened January the 4th of 2021, and it was great. I opened up, I had 8 clients. At the moment I had 5-ish teachers. I had a possible, she was coming in helping here and there when she could. And so to me, it was great because it was new. I had just opened. I didn't open with just my 4 kids, which I was really worried about. And it was okay though. Even if I open up with just my 4 kids, it's okay, because it's a brand new business. It's a new business. Nobody knows a lot about, I did my marketing, I did my advertising, and it was just, I guess I was just kind of hurt, because he was telling me, I needed to have all of these things in place before my doors open. And my God is telling me, open the doors and we'll work on everything else. So yes, I did have my necessities. I had my business license, I had my business plan, I had my financials drawn out, I had my projections drawn up, I have, even now, I have my forecast for my business. I already have all of this ready, and he did. He helped me tweak my business plan. He helped me tweak my financial plan. Even when he sent me to the banker, they told me what was not in my business plan that I needed to add in there. So I was very grateful for all of the help, everything that these guys offered me. And like I said, I used multiple companies. One company, the Collab, they offer a different part of the business that I needed. And that was wonderful. And I'm still working with them as well. So you guys, I'm just, giving you guys kind of a small synopsis of everything that I had to go through and am going through with my business. Just use the free resources that you have. Don't limit yourself to just the people because they don't know every single thing. And my company is unique, so nobody that I know has a company like mine. So I can't just go to them and say, hey, what do I need to do for a modeling studio? And and my mom is running a alarm business. No, she can tell me the business out of it. She can help me with my financial part of it, the banking, the loans, the grants. She can help me with that. She can't help me with actually running the studio. So don't go to people who have short sight of something, okay? Go to somebody who knows exactly what you need from 0 to 100 and leave it at that, okay? Don't be afraid to step out, because if you're opening your own business, I don't care if you are opening a dog grooming company. Go to big people. Don't short sell yourself. Don't make it seem like, what you're doing isn't big enough to get a grant or to look into, loans, or to look into bank loans or whatever. You need a building. You're going to need all of these things. Even the smallest things that I need for my studio, it costs. So you need to make sure that you have all of your bases covered. Don't short sell yourself, okay? So let's jump right on in. So in today's business world, you need to be flexible and have a good planning and organizational skills. Many people start their business and they think, that they'll just turn on their computers or open their doors and they'll start making money. Well, I'm here to tell you that is not how that happens, okay? So a lot of people come to find out that making money in a business is much more difficult than they thought. I know that a lot of times we set out things for ourselves and we're so enthused by it, and we hit the ground running, and so we don't really calculate everything. We're running and we're calculating at the same time. Well, let me tell you something. So in that process, you probably want to stop and think and kind of calculate everything before you hit the ground running. And that was kind of what my coach was kind of trying to tell me, and I was all for it. I mean, I really wasn't against him. I was just letting him know, no, I'm starting. I'm starting. I don't care what you say. This is going to happen. So just tell me what I need to do after it happens, But you don't make money as soon as you say, okay, here's my idea and I'm ready. It doesn't work that way. One of the things that I really did want to talk to you guys about this week was the financial part of a company, but I'm gonna try to stick with my little notes that I've made for myself, so I can go in order, so I don't overthink myself, because that's really what I wanted to talk to you guys about. And I was looking for a guest that I'm still looking for. I'm reaching out to certain people to come on and kind of talk to you guys more about the financial part of a company. So I'm gonna do my best tonight, but I'm gonna stick with my notes, okay? All right, so my first point for you guys is not to focus on the financial part of the company. I know what I just said. Yes, I know it sounds like I am rebutting myself, but I'm not, okay? So don't focus on the money. Focus on starting building and focus on your customer service, okay? That's what I really want to talk to you guys about. My first point anyway. I want you to focus on answering the need, okay? Focus on, is your company really what is needed in your area, in your city, or wherever you're trying to open it at, okay? What is your company going to add to the area that you live in? There are tons of things you can do to build your company without money. In fact, you can get pretty far with just internet access, time, and a clear vision, right? So if you have big goals and big dreams, of course you're going to need funds for that, but there are a lot of things, like I said, that you can do on social media, just with marketing things, that you can do to bring in income without actually having a lot of or actually needing a lot of funds to do it with. Okay, so are you answering a call? Are you answering a need to your community? That is the first question you need to ask yourself. What is your why behind your company? Okay, clarify your concepts. What is the problem you want to solve? Outline from start to finish, okay, and exactly how your company will function from a user's perspective. Then outline exactly what you need to do to create that reality from the company's perspective. Be as detailed as possible and ensure your outlined strategies don't require a crazy amount of cash to pull. That is pretty clear, okay? So I don't really know what else to say other than to clarify your concept, okay? Chances are you'll find a number of holes in your initial strategy, but you'll have time to work through those things and think and solve and everything that you need to do before you spend a dime on anything anyway, okay? So just make sure that you clarify everything, that you know exactly what you're doing before you go to a bank, before you try to buy a building. Just don't get yourself deeper in a hole, okay? I know we can get excited about things and we just run. Don't run. Walk. Okay. Second point is do your market research. Let's see. Walk people in your target market through your vision. Take their feedback into account and look for patterns. So, like I said, when I was starting my company, one of the things my coach did was send me to a bank and for them to look for holes in my financial part of my business plan, which was a great idea because there was a whole concept that was missing that I didn't realize was missing. So, I definitely was very excited about that because she was like, this is all that I see that you're needing. And I was like, what? So I was very excited about that because I did my business plan all by myself, and it's very rewarding when you can do things on your own and you don't really have to depend on a lot of people. It is for me. I would say that. I pride myself on doing things for myself because I don't want anyone taking credit for anything that they've done for me. I don't want anyone taking credit for my business. I don't want anyone taking credit for my family. I don't want anyone taking credit for my life, period. So I try to do things on my own. I try not to lean on other people. Like I said, I try to use all of my resources. And I'm just, encouraging you guys to do that as well. Be as detailed as possible though, okay? Make sure that you ensure your outline strategies don't require a crazy amount of cash because we have families, these are our goals, our dreams, these are our desires, yes, but we don't want them to be an illusion. We talked about illusions last week. We want this to be a reality, okay? Don't get into a crazy loan that you just cannot pay off. Like, don't do that, because like for instance, if I took out a huge loan when I opened my studio, well, guess what? I don't have a lot of people right now, so for me to be paying back this crazy amount of loan without even having a clientele to bring in that fund, like, that's stupid. Oh, I'm sorry, let me not say stupid. It just doesn't make financial sense. Okay. So your concept may make a ton of sense in your mind, but it may not make sense to your customers. So just make sure that when you make out your business plan and you're strategizing everything about your business, that it's going to be clear to whoever your audience is. Okay. Number 3, come up with a detailed map of your company. If you've got an app idea or an internet business concept, map out every single screen. Let's see. Map out where all the buttons are. Map out where do they take you to. What does the copy say? What graphics do you need? If it's a brick or a motor store or a physical product, like detailed signs and maps and the store or products are going to be necessary before you can actually develop your idea further. Okay, so just make sure you map out every single thing, anything. And that's one of the reasons why, like, I'm still developing my life coaching business, because I'm trying to do a lot of things digitally. And when I say, like, you got to literally, like, get a pencil and draw like a pencil map and draw little boxes and connect the boxes and then put everything on the computer. Like, y'all, it is that detailed. Make sure you do this because it's very important to your targeted audience. Okay, so let's see, you can use programs like Photoshop for this, but you can also do this using paper and pencil. Okay, so as you do, new issues and ideas will arise, but that will also help you develop your concept even more. Okay, so just be extra detailed. Okay, do a competitive analysis. Okay, that is what that packet was that I got from. It was from Tennessee Small Development Company. Sorry, let me sure I said it right. Tennessee Small Business Development Center. Okay, that is where I got my packet from. You definitely want to get that packet if you can get your hands on it. I don't know if you're in Tennessee. If you're not, figure out what free organization in your city or state does have those, because it's very important. They can get you every single detail about every kind of business around you that is anything remotely like your business. Okay, that is definitely what you want, because you can make yours even better. Listen, I tell my kids all the time, if I've already done it, don't repeat it. Okay, if someone has already done these mistakes and already done this, has already done this road that you're about to cross over, get the blueprint. Don't be foolish. Don't be, prideful. Get the blueprint. Use what they've done. Strategize your business off of what has already worked and what has not worked. Okay. Let's see. Okay, first rule of thumb, educate yourself. Okay, you may not have gone to business school, don't worry, neither did I, but you can still learn from the best. Okay, services like Tennessee Small Development Center, services like the Urban League, services like the CoLab, and that is COLAB. They all have free resources. So learn everything that you can about your business from them. Entrepreneurs and various factors of marketing and sales that can help out cut months or even years off of your development time. Okay, that is what they do. That is what they're there for. Do not sleep on them. Okay. One of the biggest things that I do that takes up a lot of my time right now is research. I listen to various podcasts, different kind of podcasts. I listen to all kinds of YouTube stories on life coaching. I listen to all kind of YouTube stories about podcasting. I listen to all kind of things and even research all kind of things, of course, about modeling and makeup and design or stuff. Like, my plate is always full of research, I'm telling you guys. But in my course of research, I have come across so many different apps, so many different tools that are going to help me come up with my content for my life coaching business, for my motivational speaking, even for my modeling studio, even for my podcast. Like, I use all of these tools. And let's see, my favorite tool right now that I'm using is Canvas. I also use Vimeo. Sorry guys, I hit my mic. I also use Vimeo. Of course, Google is my friend, but I also use Google Docs. I use my Word a lot. I just use everything that I come across on YouTube, anything that they may mention. Oh, I use the email, is it MailChimp? Yeah, MailChimp for my emails. So, and they also, and actually a lot of these services can contain some of the same things, some of the same tools. So you don't have to have a variety of them. But what I have found, because I have multiple businesses that I'm actually trying to function right now, certain tools help me better with certain businesses. So you guys, those are just the ones that I use on a day-to-day basis, actually. And there are some more that I've come across that I'm really not sure about, so I'm not really gonna put their names out there because I don't want to be like I'm advertising for anybody. But Canva, MailChimp, definitely Vimeo is my favorites for my content, for my commercials and marketing. I love Vimeo. Like, it is so easy, so easy, so quick to use. And and it's just easy stuff. One thing that I do love though is marketing. I did go to school for marketing, so I can't really say, oh, I didn't go to school for business. I did go to school for marketing. I love marketing. If you need any help with marketing, please reach out to me. I would love to give you tools and tips on that as well. Local marketing, to me, it's very easy. Like I said, of course, everything is very media right now. And like I said, it's not a struggle for me. It's not a challenge for me. I just prefer not to do it. Now, you want me to market things for you outside of social media? Got you. Like, I have like thousands of ideas. I can come up with so many ways to help you market. But when it comes to social media, baby, Vimeo and Canva is going to be your best friend. I'm telling you. I use those both for commercials. I'm using Canva right now for my ebook and also for my digital journal. So yeah, those are the ones I love. Anyway, the point of this was research, network. Like, you cannot go wrong with networking. Go out and meet other entrepreneurs. Tell them and people in your space about what you're doing. Get them excited about the concept, and ask them for their help if they think that they can provide any value to whatever you're doing, to anything any ideas or goals, even in marketing. Like I said, if you need any help in marketing, please reach out to me personally. DM me on any of my social media apps. I would love to help you guys, no problem at all. Just giving you guys some free knowledge and tools. But anyway, if you've already got a clear direction, once you've launched your business, build an advisory board of 5 to 7 fellow entrepreneurs with relevant sources in your space. Also, offer things that you could give for exchange, like for advice or strategy or connections. Like, if you have something that they need, give it to them. Exchange things so that they won't feel like that they're giving you free advice on something, or they feel like that they have worked hard to get their connections and they're just giving it away. So offer something in exchange for that. Okay. So my next point is find a mentor. One of the most powerful assets you can have as an entrepreneur is a mentor. This, I'm still working on for myself personally, but hey, I do believe that you need a mentor. I have been looking for one very hard. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I really need a business mentor, and I just can't find one. But this should be somebody you look up to who has already achieved a level of success. You hope to someday reach yourself. Okay, so ask that person flat out, if he or she would consider mentoring you. Chances are that person will feel flattered and will just say yes. So that goes back to our confidence thing. Like, step out, take a chance. No is no, yes is yes. It doesn't really matter. You've never lost anything by somebody telling you no. So hey, take a chance. Ask them. Okay. Next point is get a professional designed logo. Now Vimeo, Canva, there was another one that I use on my computer, but I'll list them as well on my social media links, guys. But there's another one that you can actually just do and create a free logo. Like, all of these apps will allow you to create a free logo. You do not have to pay for logos. You do not have to pay for people to do this, the small details for you. Now, I personally do have someone that I pay to do logos, but I do that because I don't want to do it myself. This is the thing. There are a lot of things that you can do yourself, okay? But the thing is, do you have time to do it? That is what you're paying people to do. You're paying them to take the time out to do the things that you cannot do or that you are not able to do. Now, because I am creative, I don't have a problem with creating my logos. Now, I personally create my own logos. I just don't have the software to create them on my computer. But like I said, Vimeo, Canva, and I'm gonna look up this other one for you guys. But you can create your own logo on these, okay? And just Google free logos. Like, it's just that simple, okay? A lot of things, like I said, you can do yourself. It's just the point of, do you have the time? Do you have the creativity and the software to do it yourself? All right, so number 9 would be consistent, okay? Consistency is a key component in making money in business. Even with my studio, I've been in my business for 6 months now, and I have 8 clients. But guess what? Like, I've had a whole fashion show, I've had a showcase. I've had people come in and view my studio. I've had people call about my studio. Like, my name is getting out there. I am not going to stop doing my modeling company just because, I haven't built up this huge clientele that I was thinking I was going to have. You have to be consistent in everything that you do, okay? You have to keep doing what is necessary to be successful day in and day out. This will create a long-term positive habit that will help you make money in the long run. Don't just start something and stop. A lot of people do that all the time, and then they wonder why things aren't going the way that they should go, or they wonder why things aren't going the way they expected them to go. And that's why you can't overthink things. Don't oversell things, and I'm going to be real with you. My 4th month in, I think it was, no, not even 4 months in, maybe 2nd or 3rd month, I was very disappointed, because I was like, this is new. Nobody here is doing what I'm doing. This is going to be great. Like, I'm just going to be bombarded. Girl, stop. Like, no. I had to realize I'm in a pandemic. We are still trying to rebuild our economy. People are still trying to rebuild their immune system, less known the economy, and people are still, kind of skeptical. So it wasn't the fact that I had forgotten these things. It was the fact that I had lost myself in building my company, and I had just sunk into this hole where I'm on a roll. Like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I know I'm crossing all these T's, dotting all these I's, and I'm like, wait, ain't nobody ringing my doorbell. Like, my phone's not ringing, and so it wasn't the fact that I was ignorant to what was going on. It was just the fact that I had just forgotten. I've only been in business for 2 months. And for me, because I had been building my business for so long, or longer than 2 months, I'll say, I've been building my business for over a year. Like, I felt like it should have been further along. I had to realize I've been doing this for over a year. My doors have only been open for 2 months. So I'm saying all that to say, be consistent. Don't shut the door. Don't lock up. Don't cut the lights out just because things aren't going as well as you thought. It's going to take time to build a business. From what I hear, building your business is like being married. The first 5 years are going to be the hardest part of your business. After that 5-year mark, you should be on a flow, okay? So, but guys, we already know anything worth having takes time. It takes that special molding and shaping, okay? So don't rush it. Don't be impatient. Take your time, and it will happen for you. All right, my next point is one of my favorites, is get organized. You guys, like, y'all know I'm all about making some checklists and writing down some points and strategizing. I'm all about just being clear on whatever I have to do before I even make a move. Like, just stay organized, guys. Make sure you have folders for everything. Make sure you have tabs for everything. Make sure you have, I even have color pens for certain things. I have notebooks for certain areas. I have receipt books for every business. Like, Every single thing that you do needs to have its own component in your business, okay? You need to be that organized, that detailed. Like, that's how detailed you need to be. And it drives me crazy right now because, we found a house big enough for our family, and then I started a business, and then I'm like, okay, God, I need a house big enough for my business. I need a house big enough for my business and my family. Can we get one more, God? I just need one more upgrade, and then that'll be my forever home. Like, seriously, so it's driving me crazy right now that I'm sharing my kids' desk in their school area because they're out of school. But hey, I don't want the overhead of adding a whole building just to have an office. I can do everything I need to do right here in my own house. So anyways, I do need to get my own desk though, because I have to break down my equipment every time we have dinner. Like y'all, like I have no shame in my game because we all have to start somewhere. I am, a little frustrated because I can't be as organized as I want to be because of the space, but I do have folders for everything. I have color pens for everything. I have a little box for everything. I have just everything. Everything has its own everything. Okay, be organized. Okay, this my next point is keep detailed records. Okay, by doing so, you'll know where the business stands financially. We've already covered that, and potential changes you could be facing. Okay, because of the economy and everything like that. I am fully aware at this point, because I'm 6 months in, fully aware of everything that's going on with the economy. So I am taking steps to do other things with my modeling studio. Okay, I'm taking steps to do other things actually with my life coaching business as well. So, go into the community and figure out let's go back to step one. My first point that I gave you. What is the need? What is your why? What need are you trying to fulfill? What is your business going to bring into your community? So back to number 11, my point 11, go into your community and see exactly what the need is before you say, okay, this is exactly what I need to do. Because if you're starting a business out of money, like I told you guys, I don't do anything for finances. I do everything because number one, God has put it on my heart to do. Number two is my passion, my belief. It is my love. It is my desire. It is my it's me. Anything that I do, anything that I step out into doing, it's because I'm always doing it to help somebody else, to better somebody else. It is never for my pocket. Yes, the pocket, the purse, babe, it is the plus. Okay, I am not knocking that, but don't do anything for money, because let me tell you, when you do something for money and for money alone, that brings in so many other problems. Do what you do because you love it, because you're going to help somebody else, because it's going to better somebody else, because you're going to make your community a better place. Okay, so like I said, just be on the lookout for changes. Just have your eyes open. Just knowing this gives you the time to create strategies to overcome those challenges. Okay, so don't be closed-minded, guys. Please don't. So the next one is understand the risks and the rewards. Okay, because being successful means taking calculated risks to help your business grow. A good question to ask yourself is, what is the downside? Okay, if you can answer that question, then you know what the worst case scenario is. Okay, this knowledge will allow you to take this knowledge will allow you to take the kinds of calculated risks that you can generate tremendous rewards with. Okay, so I don't want to sound repetitive, but yeah, so just make sure you are definitely thinking about what you're doing before you do it. Okay, understanding risk and the rewards, including being smart about the timing of starting your business. For example, we've already talked about COVID. We've already talked about, not even just COVID. You know what I just realized? We've had like 2 storms hit. In the midst of COVID, we had one that hit in the midst of COVID, and that was devastating. So yeah, just make sure you're being mindful of everything that's going around and everything that's going on around you in your community as well. Okay, I know that we're still having a lot of crime and a lot of things going on with people's jobs, and people don't even want to work at the fast food places no more. Like, I leave out to go get a corn dog at night from Sonic and in a good smoothie or icy or whatever, and they close. I'm like, why is all these fast food places closed? Like, people are not working. So if you notice about your economy, if you notice about your community, about your city, wherever you are. Just be mindful of what you're doing with your business, because I don't want you going into something with your eyes wide shut. Okay. Be creative, guys. Stay focused. Prepare to make sacrifices. Provide a great service. That is my favorite. I'm very, very keen on customer service. I believe that once you make that great connection with people, they're going to always remember you. Even with me, I've talked to a lot of people who are interested in my studio who may not be able to financially afford it at this moment, but I have no doubt in my mind that I'm still on their mind. I make sure to tell the kids in my studio, make sure you make a mark with whoever you talk to, because it doesn't matter if they don't buy at that moment. What matters is that they never forget how you treated them. Okay, so you need to make sure that when you're doing your business, and whatever business you're in, you're going to have to deal with people, because all of our businesses revolve around people, unless you're selling ice on the internet. Even that revolves around people, because they have to buy your ice. But still, you have to make sure that you are making that person comfortable, that you're making that person feel valued, that you're making that person feel important, and that they are going to be a great asset to you. Okay, like they need to feel like they're an asset to your business, not that you're going to be an asset to them. Yes, it is vice versa. It goes both ways, but make sure that your customer feels like they're an asset to your company. So guys, here's the takeaway for tonight. Okay, expand your marketing. Since I do like marketing and I did go to school for it, if I could just focus on marketing for my businesses, I would be set. But because I have to focus on every aspect of all four of my companies, it's kind of overwhelming for me. Even though I set days that I just focus on this company, Monday is just for this, Tuesday is just for this, Thursday is just for this. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. I really try, and my ADD kicks in. So if I'm focusing on my modeling studio, and I'm preparing my lesson for that night, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm done. Well, let me focus on, let me send out a commercial right quick. Let me do a quick promotion for my podcast or whatever. So because I wear all hats for all four of my companies right now, it's kind of overwhelming for me. But anyways, so here's your quick takeaway for your marketing strategies. Okay, create and use a promotion kit. Do something, do a quick giveaway for whatever company you're doing or whatever business you have. Do like a small giveaway, a little small promotion kit. That'd be cute. Send out promotions with invoices. When you send out your invoices for whatever you're doing, or send out quick email promotion emails. That's what the MailChimp does. That is a great tool for that. If I do sales or discounts for my modeling studio, I always post them, and I always do on all my social medias, do stuff like that. A quick little discount. That's not going to hurt you. 10% here, 15% there, 5% off, whatever. That'll be great. Join professional organizations. I definitely did that over the course of the year. I'll say yes. Over the past 6 months, I've been trying to volunteer at different organizations to help build my coaching business, just to get my name out there, to be in the organizations already. So when they do want to outsource, hey, Ebony's already here. Okay. So just quick little tips like that would definitely help you guys get involved in the newspaper, and help your brand. Reach out to different newspaper or different actual media people in your community. Here we do have Mr. Greg, and then we also have Latrice Curry is also a TV person here that we have. So yeah, just reach out to your media people that's in your community and in your city, guys, and try to get your brand or your company name out there. Okay, developing your business partnerships and doing cross promotions with complementary businesses, that is also very big important. Don't sleep on each other. If and that's another reason why I get my logo made by someone else, even though I can do it myself. I love helping out other businesses and other people that I know, so that way if they need something, or if I need to buy something, they may know of someone who has it or sells it or whatever. It is very big right now. Let's help small businesses grow. Okay, definitely do that. Starting a business requires analytical thinking, determined organization, and detailed record keeping. Okay, it's important to be aware of your competition so that you can improve upon their success factors. Okay, let's see. So you guys, that is it. I just did want to remind you guys that, success is not given. If you want a small business to be more successful this year, you need to make the necessary changes to bring that about, okay? Don't just sit down. It's not going to happen for you. It's not going to just show up on your front door. You have to make things happen. That work may be as simple as investing in a new tool, or as challenging or changing your thinking about some of your business processes, okay? But you haven't brought your business this far only to let it stagnate. So make sure that you make the necessary changes, the necessary tactics. Make sure that you make your strategies plain, clear, simple. Make this next year your best yet, okay? Make sure this will leave a mark in your community, and make sure that this will better your community. So here's your poem for tonight, or your quote, okay? All right, here we go. People that don't know how to mind their own business causes unnecessary drama. Some people can't function without meddling and trying to control other people's situations and causing complete chaos. Stay in your own lane and pay attention to yourself and all your own issues. Being a know-it-all and dishing out unsolicited opinions or advice is unsettling, and nobody wants to hear it, okay? That is my quote for you guys for tonight. That is Mind Your Own Business podcast, all right? Thank you guys so much for joining me on tonight. Thank you so much for always tuning in. I hope I said something to help you. I hope I said something to help develop you and help to challenge you as well, okay? I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Let me know that you are listening. Let me know that you are always there for me, because I am always there for you. You guys, I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys next week.